Well, I want to share with you this day that God has a purpose for your life. I'm from India originally, like I said before, but God has been taking me to nations to declare the word. And I want to challenge you that God wants you to be a blessing. There are times in my life I had to ask the Lord, Lord, how will you make it possible? And when you trust Him, I have a definition of faith. If you're going to be a missionary around the world, here's the thing, you better learn this definition. Faith, Faith, Father, all in thy hands. So it's in the hands of God. It's not in your hands, it's in the hands of God. Don't allow fear to rule your life, but have faith in God that God will do great and mighty things. I've gone to countries where it's difficult to go in as a minister of the gospel. But I trusted God because God said to me, go. And I went. I want to challenge you, so trust Him and you will see God's faithfulness in your life. It's not easy all the time, but you keep on trusting Him and you will see God's goodness. I go to some of the nations, they are very, very difficult. I deal with people. But I know one thing, the Lord who has called me is faithful. Like He said to Abraham in Genesis chapter 15, I am your shield and I am your reward. You know that word shield? He's your protector. Some years back, I was traveling in a train in India. And as I had a ticket, and as I was getting into the train, the people over there pushed me out of the train and they didn't allow me to get into the train. And I thought, oh my, what am I going to do? I have to go and preach. And suddenly I said, Lord, you are in control. And I just left it to the Lord. The next train came 4 hours later. I got into that train. And as the train started to move, few hours after our journey, the train stopped. And I asked what happened. And the ticket collector said to me, oh, the train that went ahead of us, that got burnt. And I thought how good my God was, because He protected me from getting into that train. Even though the people pushed me, even though I had a ticket, still people pushed me out, but God protected me. There are times in my life I have seen the protection of God. There are times in my life I have seen the goodness of God. I have never seen, I have seen difficulties, but I have never seen God leave me half the way. So wherever you are a missionary, trust God that God will take care of you. Have faith in Him that He will do great and mighty things for your life. He's a faithful God and He's a good God. He will never leave you nor will He forsake you, but He will take care of you and you will be a blessing to many nations and to the people around you. And that's what God has called you for. So have faith in God. That's what I want to challenge you. And I promise it will be a blessing. And God will never put you to shame. God will never put you to shame. He will lift you up, and He's a lifter of our head. That's what I experienced just 2 years back. One of the roughest time in my life. I nearly thought it's over. Everything is over. But God said, no, I'm not finished. And God started afresh. And right now, we are pastoring 2 churches in England where we lost everything, what we had started. But God took care. So I want to encourage, don't give up when things looks like you're losing it. God is in control. God bless you.